My name's Dan Winter, I'm the bass guitarist.
My name's Timothy Carr and I'm the guitarist.
My name is Tone, I'm lead singer.
Hey guys, I'm Patrick and I'm the drummer.
We're No Sleep for Zombies. I was working on an album and I'm like, dude, I want to like incorporate like guitar and stuff. I didn't know the album name yet, but we started doing that, and I'm like, okay, we're doing a show in April, so then we started practicing together. So like, yeah, but from that show it was 7 months. But like it was like 8-9 months we started.
Tone hired us to be a band for his gig, and then we pretty much had so much fun like doing it at the rehearsals and everything, we decided to just stay as a band. He literally had hired us to be like the backing band to his front man, and then we were like, we should just stay as a band, as a four. And we all worked together in the studio here, so we knew that we'd be able to like link up for practices and everything.
We didn't know what we were going to be called. Our only name was Dan and the Little Pickles, because the idea behind the name is just we're audio engineers, specifically when I was thinking about it, like me, and we're always working so hard, tired, so that's kind of the No Sleep for Zombies, so we never sleep.
I DJ a little bit and make electronic music, and so I'm really into house artists like Bijou and Mala, but in terms of like the music for the band, I'm really into kind of like some older punk rock. So I'm really into like The Offspring. I like Blink-182, Sum 41. I would say those are like my biggest influences.
When I first started playing guitar, I was definitely influenced by like classic rock, like Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix. The Jimmys were my favorite for sure. But as far as like pop punk music, Green Day was by far like my favorite band growing up. However, like as I started getting more into music production and things like that, I started liking like bedroom pop stuff more. People like Still Woozy and Remy Wolf.
It just depends, because I produce for artists. Like I like to write a lot of music. So like when I'm like writing music, like if I would if somebody asked me, oh, what's your favorite artist, I would say Jack White. Like I have every single Jack White shirt you could freaking buy. I love that dude. I think obviously Green Day. Like I love Green Day. But then like production side, like I like to get a little soul-y. Like I really like Pharrell. I love Pharrell. I love the sort of automated drums. So like we do a lot of live stuff, but we're trying to start implementing different sort of aspects like that in our set. So I would say Pharrell, Jack White, Green Day, which is kind of weird, but.
So my musical influences, I would have to say, growing up, I would always go to shows with my dad. He was a drummer in a couple local bands, and he would always take me to shows, and I would get to watch him and the bands, whatnot, growing up. So definitely it would start off as like my dad being one of my main influences, and then once YouTube came around, I definitely watched a lot of Matt McGuire. He's the drummer for the Chainsmokers now. Zach Farrow, the drummer for Paramore. I think he kills it. And then growing up, I was also in the Pittsburgh local emo music scene, and we've had a lot of different artists, such as like the Hotelier. They're from Massachusetts. Big influence of mine. You like firecrackers? You like the 4th of July? We're kind of like that.
We're kind of like the 4th. I don't know. I tell people, when people ask us what we sound like, I tell them we sound like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater game. Truly, like we could be the soundtrack for one of those. It's like punk rock, but it's not too heavy.
And get a lot of Tool.
Yeah.
People say Tool.
Yeah, we get Tool
Pearl
a lot.
Jam.
I personally think The Offspring a lot.
True.
Offspring.
Feel good music. It was the church with the
Preserving Underground.
It was. I love the stage. I love the
sound.
sound.
That's what we need.
Yeah, it was just like
good.
it was a smaller show for us, but that place does get packed. So I would definitely have to say Preserving Underground, just because of the sound and the stage and the record store upstairs. It was really cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be basic and say I had the most fun performing at the Hard Rock Cafe. That was fun.
We all got crazy on that one.
Yeah, the sound was weird, but like that was a lot of fun.
My favorite's always Club Cafe. My favorite place to play. Yeah, they got a nice green room upstairs. They always take care of us with like drink tickets and stuff. Plus the sound itself isn't bad, and you can get like 40, 50 people in there and feel like you got like a full house going.
Yeah.
You can't beat that. Yeah.
I would say my favorite place we played would have been the one in Ohio.
The Outpost.
The Outpost.
Yeah.
And the reason is because I feel like usually when we play, we always get like stiffed on the lighting. Like they never do anything cool for the lighting for us.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was like the first one where we played like a bigger stage, and they really went like crazy with the lights for us.
And they had the sandwich ring. That was pretty good.
Yeah, they
That
did
was a
give us
good
a
touch.
sandwich.
You felt like a touring act with that one.
I would say the venue I would love to play at is Stage AE.
Oh yeah,
I feel like
we'll probably all
I'm
agree on
always
that.
waiting for us to get that call.
Yeah.
We've been fortunate. We've got to play at a lot of places. We didn't play at Mr. Small's yet. We got 2 shows in the new year there, so that will be fun. But yeah, Stage A.
Yeah, that would definitely be the one. Especially the outside.
The outside one.
I think one of the most interesting things is like some of the songs that we have are songs that Tone brings to us. That he kind of has like a writer who does like some instrumental stuff for him, and then we basically take those instrumentals and like rework them into our own thing, which is something I've never personally done. Where it's almost like someone who like kind of formed out the song beforehand, and then we basically already have like chord changes and melodies that are laid out, but we take them and adapt them into our own thing. It helps like eliminate a lot of that early like creative kind of back and forth of like, no, this chord should go here, or like the bass should do this at this section. We already have like structures and things like that kind of mapped out for us.
A couple of songs we did kind of off the top for the album, but most of them are made by like producers that I met along the way. And dude, I actually have a professor that sent us like a YouTube link for like a song that I still have to show you. I showed you that one.
Yep.
And
That's crazy.
I'm just fortunate to know a lot of people that like will help us make certain songs. Like Babe, the beat was made and we completely revamped it. So we'll take certain things that like people will send us and completely revamp it. So I guess the original question was the collaborating aspect is very important for us in terms of music, because every song we're doing, we're collaborating with at least another producer or two. Plus we're all producers in ourselves. So, but like then he'll hear a beat and he'll say, I don't really like that. We'll change this, that. So we're very open-minded.
Yeah, like the songs we're recording for the album right now, even from when we started playing them together, they've like evolved a
Way
lot.
different.
Just from
Yeah,
us playing
way
them live and coming up with new ideas for live performances.
For the new album, we've picked at least 3 names already.
Yeah, right.
And every time I make a cover,
The name is Pig.
all of
now.
a sudden it gets changed.
Yeah, Dan's our in-house graphic designer. Die Alone.
Yeah, we're gonna call the album Die Alone. Where first is gonna come out, it's gonna be called Die Alone. It's 8 songs. A lot of the songs that we're performing live, plus a couple new ones. But we also, if you've seen us live, you've seen kind of variations of them. And yeah, Die Alone, January 1st.
Us.
Yeah.
I want to say that right now. It's us. These 3 and myself. I think we're all just very unique kind of guys and different in our own way. We all do different things. We all bring an energy to the table that I think is unmatched.
The interesting thing with all 4 of us is like the music that we make isn't exactly like the music that all of us individually work on or write ourselves. So when we come together, it's kind of like it's almost like a challenge for the 4 of us individually
To blend.
to like bring in our own individual aspect to this type of music, this like band sound that we have going on.
January 9th, we're gonna be doing 12. So that's a bar. It's a Monday. So Live Music Mondays. We're gonna be doing that at Bar 12 in the South Side.
It's gonna be a fun one.
That's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing a 2-hour set. So it's a free show. That's pretty much our only free show. So if you guys, want a free show, come give us $1 in our tip jar. Like old school shit. Yeah, January 21st, we have a show at the Smiling Moose. Then the first weekend of February, we have a show at Mr. Small's Funhouse with the Red Lines. And then Fernway, we have them on the 15th of February. So that's going to be at Chalfant Sound. That's actually going to be here. We have a band, Fernway. We performed with them before. They're from New York, so
Yeah,
they're going to come. Yeah, they're dope. And then we just got hit up today for another show at Mr. Small's Funhouse. We're going to New York May 20th for the weekend. We're going to record one-of-one vinyls for you guys. So you can pick your song. We'll kind of give you guys a little intro before, and we'll say your name, and then we'll play a song for you guys. And it's going to be Brooklyn, New York. We're also going to do a show. So we're going to do a show up there that weekend.
I almost feel like it's a disadvantage sometimes.
It just depends. So, like, right, somebody can say that it is a disadvantage just because there's not, like, as many bigger people. But at the same time, I look at it as an advantage in a way just because I can email somebody, and say, oh, we're No Sleep for Zombies, we're an upcoming band, and they'll give you a chance on a Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, that's true. There's
and
not, like, as much competition.
So in LA, it's a little bit like, we got very fortunate to where, like, I knew how to email people the right way, how to brand us early on to where people seen us and they're like, okay, it's a new band, but we're going to give them a chance because it looks right. So on the East Coast, you can get a better feeling of the doubt looking, you know, right, and kind of having something going on. The West Coast, it's a little bit different, you know. I mean, it's a bigger pool.
And then
to speak to that, I think sometimes it's easier to be a big fish in a small pond than it is to be a big fish in a big pond.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why we're trying to go to different cities, truthfully, because now we've grown in Pittsburgh and we love Pittsburgh, but now we got to go other places and just get our name everywhere. Put stickers everywhere, Norway people.
I was literally just talking to Tony about this, and I
know.
asked him the other day. I was like, "Do you think we should do the AI thing for the band page? Or like, should we like submit some photos and do that?" I think it's pretty cool.
But there are some now that can do like vocals, like lyrics especially, and I'm sure like even with like loops and stuff.
I mean, it's like
that.
BandLab, you know. Like not BandLab. You know, Band. What's the one where you can record on your phone?
That's BandLab, but that's not.
Oh.
I'm saying like within a few years, I'm sure there'll be things that are like generating like full-on guitar melodies and things like that.
It's the future.
I'm sure like that's how the studio guys felt in like the early '90s when Pro Tools and things like that started coming out, and it's like your landscape is changing.
It's never gonna sound like somebody live.
Yeah.
You know.
Until it does.
I think the AI stuff is just like a new tool, but it'll never be a replacement. Like, you know, with cameras, like digital came out, but then like film is still super popular right now. So
Yeah.
Kind of like auto-tune.
I think it's just a new tool.
Yeah. No, you're right, because Autotune came out, and it's like people still pay to go see a really good singer nowadays, and they also pay to go see people use Autotune. And like, it's really just like a flavor.
The future is now. The future is now.
I would say on a serious note, we definitely have like an evolving sound, and with this album, we kind of wanted to put like a slight cap on the sound we're at now, like the pop punk, and I would definitely expect more like kind of genre bending things in the future from us.
We want to feature a lot of cool artists, so
Yeah.
we're gonna reach out to some people we know, and you'll see on this next project, probably closer to the springtime, it's gonna be real experimental. We're trying to get a little bit more, and you know, obviously stay within the rock, you know, even a little bit of punk, but you know, you'll see, mash it up a little bit.
Yeah.
What's good? We're No Sleep for Zombies. We have an album coming out January 1st. Die Alone. Yeah. Thank you, Pitt Music Live, for having us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, shit, there we go.
No sleep zone.